Hey guys, I am here with a review of Lego City Set 60473, The City Tower. This comes with 1,941 regular pieces. It's okay with up to 5 builders. It is a very big set. The box has a lot of trouble fitting inside the camera frame. It comes with quite a few minifigures, but actually fewer than you might expect for this size of set. We have these figures, which we will come to later. These are just the ones shown on the box. The back of the box shows some of the vehicles, along with some of the play features, which we will get to. As I said, it's a very big box. This is currently the second largest Lego City set, and perhaps the most strange. Before we get to the set, let's take a look at the instructions and extra pieces. The instructions came in a paper bag, which is where I conveniently have stored the extra pieces. So we do have quite a few extra pieces. These fire pieces are not extra, and neither is this hairdo. You can see quite a bit of extra pieces. Also, these wizard wands are used on the antenna. I left this one still on the mold. So you can see some decent extra pieces. Nothing super amazing though. As far as instructions go, we also had a box for the train wheel metal axles. Not quite sure why these are in a box. I can't remember how it was previously. The last train I built sometime last year. We have different bags for different vehicles. So you can see you start off building the police car, then the fire car, then the train car, then the spaceship. And let me just take a moment to say, yes, police car, fire car, train car, and spaceship. It's the only set I know that has all 3 different types of vehicle: car, train, and spaceship. Although I would need to take a look at the monorail, the old Futron and Ultron monorails, to see if those in fact also had all 3 different types of vehicles. I know the Ultron monorail also had a vehicle along with the monorail train. So then the rest of the instruction booklets are for the rest of the tower in different sections. I would say it's not an extremely challenging build, but it was also not the easiest or most exciting. There were parts where it was rather boring with lots of repetition, but we will come to some of that. I also don't think it was too difficult, so a child could manage it. So I think we should probably look at this in sections. Let me just put that back on. This is the way the tower is supposed to be presented, with the spaceship up here. So you can see there's a train in the middle, which does not have a garage door but has a tunnel, and we have a police garage on one side with the police car. I think this police car looks pretty good. Keeps the standard colors. Has some indentations like inducts on the side. It almost looks like a wagon, which I think is really quite nice. No room for a prisoner, but some room for handcuffs in there. And this is apparently police officer Lena Brickle. So I really like the old lady with sunglasses look. Looks quite nice. She has a pretty serious tactical looking vest on. So crime must be big in the city, I suppose. Still, it's a pretty interesting car. I really like that it looks like a sedan and yet still like a wagon as well. And I like the headlights here, which are a bit interesting. Secondly, we have the fire car and the fire garage. I'll get to the garages, but they're a little basic or boring. So the fire car has a sticker here. The police car is a print. The fire car likewise looks pretty good. It looks a little more durable for bashing things. Also very sporty. Looks nice. And there's a container here. I also like this kind of hose shooter, which has a winch, which is nice to see. And this one comes with a fire officer, just called Fire Male Black Jacket. So he has a nice helmet in the very bright yellow. Looks like a fire chief to me. And he comes with some flames just sitting there. So now I think let's start taking them off. But then we also have the train car. This comes with the most stickers. So you see 4 on this side and an additional 4 on the other side. Kind of graffiti-like, or let's call it planned graffiti. We have a little bit of sideways building techniques or angled building techniques here for the subway cars. 4 seats. The subway can travel either forward or backwards. Same controls on either side. Symmetrical front to back other than the stickers. It's a pretty decent subway car, better than I expected. And these are the metal axles that came in the box I mentioned. I think it's rather decent, and you can shove a lot of figures in there even with a low seat count. Can hold a lot more than the other vehicles. The roof is detachable and looks flimsy, but is rather sturdy and well designed. Then here we have a lady who's train driver, female. So rather plain, but nice figure. No back printing on the face. Okay, so you build the police garage first. And it looks like the door just came slightly unhinged. So you have a garage door here, 2 clear, 1 white, and 6 dark blue. It's the first time for me to see dark blue on a door hinge, but you can see the inside is very plain. Nothing on the inside of this garage. The crane attaches here using 3 Technic pins, 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. It is removable. So there is some customization that's possible here, but it attaches to the tower using some ball socket joints. There is a printed wanted poster here as well as a sticker for this tile, and a shovel and a pickaxe on the roof. So there is a crane. It's a nice big crane with a lot of rope to go around. The back works quite well using these extra gears for reducing and keeping the wire from just pulling down. This part of the crane looks very appropriately heavy duty. It's a good crane. It also has some extension possible here through this Technic bar. And it also comes with a construction worker as an homage for the construction Lego area, and his name is Ted Brickle. So it seems mostly like a family has run this whole city or this city tower. He does have another face. I like his small, strange mustache. I think it's pretty nice. So this is a good figure and different from most construction workers we get, which have the safety yellow. He comes with a jackhammer piece. Also of note here is that this part is built upside down and held on with ball and socket joints, which is quite unique, I think. So this front panel is all built upside down, which makes it interesting, but it fits perfectly. It looks very good for the crane. I really think this part's done very well. It's also very sturdy. It's a very small portion of the entire set, but one of the better ones. So then we come to the fire. So the fire garage, likewise, is very simple. We have 2 clear, 1 white, and 6 red door pieces. We have a burger sticker. I'm not quite sure what this has to do with fire, but we also have a fire hydrant. So little pieces honoring, well, mostly trying to honor fire, I suppose, just like the wanted poster on the police garage, but it's almost identical other than the colors and the lack of the crane on the other side. It's built sturdily enough, but very plain. I think that's actually not a bad thing, to keep the lower levels simple and build more on the upper levels. So I'm going to take it apart now. I just want to show you the shuttle piece before we remove it. So this area is sort of the space, which makes sense. Then we have the apartments or living quarters and the train at the bottom. So let's start taking them apart. So you can see without the other pieces, this is one of the most bare bone. It is just 2 pieces of track and 2 connectors from street to rail, which I think are nice. I don't think I have any of these pieces otherwise, only from this set. So it's nice to get them. And it is obviously the longest front to back part of this set, which makes its total dimension large, but they're just from these 4 pieces. It also has a little bit of foliage, but other than that, almost no decorations, other than some red, dark red pieces for lights. But like I said, keeping the bottom part plain, I think, is not a bad thing at all. Then we have the start of the living quarters. We have a ramp for Lego City Extreme or whatever they're called. This goes with the construction. I just put it there so the cats wouldn't play with it as it swung around. Some white bricks that can attach to the crane. So the front of this is some nice white brick. It's probably why they have white brick on the crane. There's this nice nougat colored chute on the side with a kind of warning light. Inside, we have a family portrait. I guess that makes sense now that they're all part of the family. There's a ticket to something. I'm not sure what. Maybe it's a reference to a Lego City TV show. There's a computer in here showing the wanted man, 604-14. It's a pretty nice computer. A little retro. Excuse me, a little retro, but not too retro. Nice brick-built chair. There's not a lot of details on the inside, but I wouldn't necessarily say that's a bad thing. Then moving up towards the top, we have this apartment section, which is more detailed. It says 1932, the first year of Lego Town. I'm joking, it is not. We have this, which is, I guess, the garbage chute. Why it is here, I'm not quite sure. There's no wall off. There is a big TV in the way, but again, it may be a show reference that I just don't get. Here, it looks like we have some figures fighting. Let me just pull this out. We have some figures fighting. This is from the Lego pullback stunts racers. And I don't know what this figure is from. I originally thought they might be Ninjago, but looking carefully, this is the figure from Stunts that I like. And it looks like they have some kind of gaming system here. This also has some printing on it that I'm not familiar with. Looks like PB. And again, we have a couch. And behind the couch, we have two double doors that lead to the lime green ramp. And what just fell down is the sign at the back of here that is printed that says no limits with this brick built arrow. I like that on the back side you can still see the same arrow, even though the front side is just tiles. Okay. Then let's come to the other two figures. We have Jason Brickle. I guess that was his apartment because it looked like a gaming apartment. He has a kind of outdoor style orange, gray, white, 80s kind of straight stripes. So I think he really fits in that 4x4 adventure city theme area. And then we have Dre Brickle. Looks like she has a pet snake, or is this what she's throwing away? I don't know. She has a game controller, so she's probably the one playing the game. And she has a zombie shirt on. She has skirts over jeans. She has medium legs. He has regular legs, so he is just a bit taller. And it looks like this is a purple hoodie. She has a smiling face on one side and a kind of upset frown pout on the other. He has a smile on one side and no printing on the other. He has the kind of Ron Weasley style wispy hair that I think is quite nice. Okay, then on the roof we have the space homage. We have a printed pigeon here and here. It's nice to get these pieces printed. They're printed only with black, but it's still very good, very effective. Looks great. Some even nicer styling here on the roof. And then we have an orange lattice. So this comes with both yellow for the crane and orange. We have a battery pack here as well. And at the top of this, I guess, ladder, we have this, which is for the launch. The bridge out to the launch area that can move back for the launch. Lights and an antenna. and a satellite dish. And as I mentioned, the satellite dish should have the other wands, but I just took one of them off of the mold. We have a lot of brick built warning. We have gray and black here. We have yellow and black here. So we do have a lot of brick built kind of warning areas. And then we have this spaceship. So as I mentioned, this seems to be the only set with a spaceship, a vehicle, and a train car. This spaceship is different from the other town spaceships. It does look similar, but the boosters are quite different. The other ones do not have one Technic connector in the back. This is one of those pieces with a plate that goes inward, 2 studs, so it looks like it can easily fall off, but that's not the case. The boosters here are very nicely done. We do have these flaps, but they're different in the other space sets. And under here we have the battery pack. I think on all the other space sets with these kind of purple or pink opalescent battery packs, they are not concealed. So this is also rather different. And it's a 4x1 jumper. So it actually can take the larger battery pack, but then the top part cannot go on it. I do like this as a cockpit piece because it can be detached and used like a tablet. So I think it's actually quite a good spaceship. But then the space pilot, you can see the torso and legs are like the rest of space. This is called Jenny Brickle. But the helmet is very different. This isn't the gray shaded, it's clear. And the helmet shows the space logo with flames coming off and the aliens and some scratch marks or battle marks or something. She also has a backpack that I don't think any of the other city space people had, so the helmet is mostly the different part. But as you saw, she also has 2 printed faces. One is kind of this smirk look, and the other one seems to be some kind of explosion. So again, it could be a reference to the show, which I did not see. This does seem to be a very strange amalgamation overall. I do like the city sets, but I mostly like the space sets, and I got it probably as much for the space as all the others combined. The piece to price ratio is not great. Normally we have a good one from Lego City. This one is $210 US for under 2,000 pieces. So it's not horrible, but normally we get better and better piece to price ratios as we move up. So I don't think it sold very well, which is why it's going out of sale at the end of July this year. And I probably will not keep it together because well, it's already apart, but I don't see the point in, I don't know what kind of a city would have this city tower in it. If it was your child's only set, I think they would be rather happy, for although there's no bad guys, there's everything about Lego City. Trains, cars, planes, okay, not passenger planes, but still spacecraft, construction. It's got some really great pieces, lots of garage doors, which are rare, lots of these lattices, which are nice. And the train car is good, and I think this transition piece is also quite rare and nice. But I really don't know who would want this set because it is over $200. If it was a $100 set and a bit smaller, maybe remove the garages and just have the tower, I think it might be better. Still, I did like it. I think it deserves more than a 3. It is nice, but it doesn't deserve a 4, so I would say then a 3.5. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Oh, and the sticker sheet is rather large, I should mention. So these 8 are for the subway car, the train car, and the rest were around the rest of it. Thanks for watching.